Shalom, family. Shalom and Shabbatah. Shalom and Shabbat Shalom for sure. But Shalom to the Shabbatah. And Apalaka Tawab. And I want to hit you over the head. This northeast coastal Algonquian tribes paddle to the Nisqually Northwest tribal canoe journeys. You know what I'm saying? I just want to vibrate with you. But first I just want to check this video out. This comment, really, as you can see it in the lower right hand corner. Somebody by the name of Kevin Fowler, alright, who doesn't have a face or anything, so we don't know who or what we talking to. But as you can see how the disagreeable would try to interrupt. This is the lower self. You see how it went away on his own when I start talking about it. But yeah, the disagreeable would try to interrupt, you know, what's going on and how the indigenous peoples will be able to vibrate. They don't want you to vibrate. And you know, just like they Google erased all my content and all my subscribers. You know, they don't want you to vibrate. So a lot of this stuff that I'm gonna be telling you is exactly the truth. You must know that. You must know how to vibrate. You let words and all type of things which you know the meaning of discern your intelligence. You understand? Empty your cup and fill it back up, man. A lot of things are going to stop you from like one of them is being racism towards your own damn people and towards your own damn people. The Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, and the Negroes. You fucking racist against your own people. If you a so-called Mexican, Puerto Rican, or Negro, you know what I'm saying, and you hate me, you racist against your own people. You know what I'm saying? So to that comment that was left, are not Israelites. First of all, you don't even know what an Israelite is. Kevin Fowler, I don't think you do. I really don't think you do. You know. But yeah, I can't even remember the comment you left, but we neither here nor there. I want y'all to vibrate up. Racism towards your own people, it won't even get you nowhere. There we go. Here we go. Our native Indians are mongoloid, incest DNA, and not Israel. First of all, Kevin Fowler, what is native Indians and who are you talking about, man? Because we ain't. If you're talking about the modern term of native Indians, we ain't even talking about that, man. Do you see the dates that I'm talking about? I'm talking about in 1639, 1640, 1600s, 1500s, 1400s, 1300s, 1200s, 1100s. Man, what is you talking about? What are you really talking about? Huh? Do you know that the Negro, listen. All right. Oklahoma wasn't established until what? The 1800s, right? So that means we didn't get shipped out, or not say shipped. We didn't walk the Trail of Tears. We didn't walk to Oklahoma until the 1800s, man. The Seminole Indian, the Negro Indian, wasn't out of Florida until the 1930s. The Negro Indian wasn't chased out of Florida. The Seminole Indian wasn't chased out of Florida until the early 1900s. So do you know what that means? When you talk about all this native talk and all this hogwash, this you know what I'm saying? This more lip and less script. You know what you talk when you talk like that? You have no idea what you're talking about. Those who try to go against what somebody else says, 9 out of 10 times don't know what the hell they talking about. That's why they focusing on what somebody else is saying instead of what they should be learning and teaching and educating, and you know what I'm saying, and reading. Anybody that spends time talking about the wrong of what somebody else is saying, man, dodge your own hijacks, man. Dodge your own hijacks. Follow no man. These niggas will get you twisted. I don't understand how a person would disagreeable comment about you and the uplifting and the foundational wall of your people. Man, you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. Discrimination, man. Miss me with that, man. Miss me with that. We already know what time it is. We already know what the hijack is. You understand? We been knew what the hijack was. You feel me? Now we on the blessings, the ruach. We on the blessings of our people. That's why you dodge your own hijacks, because after 2 years of dodging your own hijacks, now you know. So now niggas still teaching the hijacks. They only running game on you. Because now to them, everything is the hijack. Learn your blessings. Learn your morals. Learn your viato. Ingenious. You know what I'm saying? The indigenous of your gene. You understand? Let's get it. You are the genius. You are the gone. You are the con. Man. Alright, man. Listen. Those who can't see, the Most High won't allow them to hear. So let's get it. I just want to do a quick one. I just want to give you a little video. If they fair use, just give you a visual. Northeast coastal Algonquin tribes paddle to the Nisqually Northwest tribal canoe journeys. So, on July 24th, 2016, 10 to 12 paddlers from the coastal Algonquin indigenous communities will participate in the 2016 battle to Nisqually tribal canoe journey to help in coastal healing of awareness of environmental community need. Our coastal tribes utilize the waterways, alright, as ancient highways for thousands of years. You know that. The Mississippi River, that's the Nile River. Okay, that is the Delta. All through the lands. Alright. The Euphrates. That is the Marucans. Alright, as the original population of the Ame'rican northeastern region. Alright, we have faced European assimilation. Okay? As the original population of the American northeast region, we have faced European assimilation. Traditionally, traditional culture is difficult to practice. Now, this is a recent picture, so they couldn't help but to use a real face. You understand? They couldn't help but to use the real face. Peace and power and blessings. Sanaka. So, traditional culture is difficult to practice. Okay? We have faced European assimilation. European assimilation. Traditional culture is difficult to practice. Unity of indigenous groups and communities continues to strengthen through cultural customs being encouraged and expected. Much of American history and Native American history begins with our geographical northeastern coastal Algonquian history through the waterways. Through the Nile. And when they're talking about Native American, they're not talking about the modern. Okay? When you got to pull the deep ruach out of all your words. You got to pull the ruach out of all your words. Native American history begins with the geographical. American history and Native American history begins with the geographical. We don't care who they talking about, American. We know who the Ame'ricans. Alright? We know who the Native Ame'ricans. We know who the indigenous Ame'ricans are. History begins with our geographical northeastern coastal Algonquian history through the waterways. It is important to share the history, to continue to educate. Over 15 years, indigenous communities continue to hold paddle ceremonies in honor of their ancestors. For example, the Wampanoag paddle. The Wampanoag paddle at Fairmont, at Falmont, at Martha's Vineyard. Alright, we were just talking about the Wampanoags in the last video. Passamaquoddy paddle, Sly Fox canoe race. Nimpuk sacred paddle from Deer Island through the Boston Harbor. Include historical paddles from Chinook territory of Long Island, New York. Alright, last drop we was just talking about the Pequot and the Mohegan tribal groups from southeastern Connecticut. Remember, Connecticut is Maya Canoe. Recently created the largest Michun made over 400 years. Michun. Wampanoag. The boat fit 400 people. Michun. A boat. A canoe. Michun. A canoe. Yeah, so the Pequot and the Mohegan tribal groups from southeastern Maya Canoe, which is Connecticut, alright, recently created the largest Michun, and that Connecticut Maya, which used to be Maya canoes, was named after Maya Tunum, alright, in the 1600s. Created the largest Michun made in over 400 years, so they created the largest canoe. Alright, and you know canoes are made only out of wood. Real canoes. Alright, 14 paddlers launch. It's made out of a tree. 14 paddlers launched the Michun within the Mystic River. The Mystic River, holding 14 tribal members of the Wampanoag, Chinook, Narragansett, the Shakitok, and the Pequot tribes. Big ups to the Pequots. Unity among this year's tribal groups includes greeting the Hakulia voyage crew, arrival to the northeastern Algonquian coastal territories. Alright, y'all check that out. Y'all make sure y'all checking the names out and looking them up. Paddle events are large and exhilarating experiences, assisting the resurrection of our responsibility as indigenous people to the water for all humanity. Alright, global water crisis such as the Navajo water crisis and the Flint water crisis are examples to pray for during paddle gatherings. This year's tribal canoe journey theme is don't forget about the water. Don't forget about the water. Alright, don't forget about the water. Major drop. Alright, as coastal people, we were placed on the coast to protect and serve the water and the land. Many of our sister tribal communities no longer have water rights and are fighting for indigenous water rights. Water crisis happens in indigenous communities far more than non-native communities. Alright, and we know this for sure. And this go to landowners, this go to the people of the land, the caretakers of the land, until we get this decree, the Jubilee of our Father. We know that landowners all over are fighting for land rights. For water rights. And we know that our people all over are fighting for land rights. So many of our sister tribal communities no longer have water rights and are fighting for indigenous water rights. Water crisis happens in indigenous communities far more than non-native communities. Once landed in Seattle, Washington on July 24th, the paddlers will be transported to the first launch where they will paddle from and set camp. At each stop, canoe families will follow common protocols asking permission to come ashore, often in their native languages, in their indigenous languages. Once ashore, they are invited to set camp. At night, in the long hours, they are given, there is gift given, honoring. Look at this guy, man. Yeah, man. Go on with all that. You don't know what you're talking about, man. Go on with all that, man. You don't know what you're talking about, man. I hate to say that, man. If you are a child of God, man, bless you, but yeah, if you're a child of God, bless you, but I see a lot of the disagreeable, is part of the naysayer group. And it's what they say, man. They say, the Most High, he say, Esau is not going to soften his heart to you being the children, you coming home to the egg, to your mother, to your land. Because I told you, when you wake up, somebody got to go. It's gonna be a get down or lay down. This is for real, for real. This is for real, for real. So they're giving meals, dinner traditions, and providing host nations. Alright? And so these rights have been taken. We're talking about the water rights, man. The Mississippi, the waters that was given to us by our Creator. These rights have been taken away from them as early as 1636. And it's crazy because we gave them everything they needed. Land, water, rights. And they tried to take all of that from us. You know that. But, and we also know that this is part of our turmoil. This is part of our turmoil. But now the Father is correcting it. Now it's time for the correction. You know what I'm saying? The gig is up. So now it's the cleansing. Alright, so these rights have been taken away from us as early as 1636 and even earlier. This canoe journey, this dragon canoe journey, allows the continuous survival of our threatened heritage as coastal people. We hope to travel and take part in the 2016 paddle to Nisqually tribal canoe journeys to learn how regional coastal communities are working towards truth and reconciliation with their towns, cities, and states. We are seeking to create a stewardship to compare and learn how assimilation has impacted indigenous coastal communities and our goal as paddlers to foster the restoration of our traditional practice. Alright, we paddlers, we surfers, paddlers, dragging canoe, steerers of the water. And we all need the water. Alright, so it said if we need help. Alright, so please visit the GoFundMe page, donate and help us meet our goal. Alright. So y'all go to that website. Alright. I want to do Shanae Bullock asks permission to come ashore. Now she is the butterfly. She is the we'll get to that in a second. She is in the ranking of her tribe. Let's get to that in a second. One second. So yeah, the leader of that canoe was a butterfly woman. That was Mishun Netta. I call her Netta, but her name is Ahchwa. Alright, Ahchwa. Mishun. Her name is Canoe. Alright, and we know Canoe means Dracon. Alright, man. Let's bring it all together. Alright, bring it all together. Dracon means canoe. What is a canoe? A tree. Alright. What is an angel? A tree. What is an angel? A son of the Father. Listen, man. It's real imperative you start to understand. It's real imperative. So, beautiful video, 2000, Shinnok. Alright. So, Mishun Netta is from the Shinnok nation. She's from the Shinnok tribe. You see this? You see this little Negro baby? Do you see this little Negro baby? Do you not know she's a Negro baby? A so-called Negro baby? Do you know what a Naga is? Do you know where a Naga is from? Do you know a Naga? Are you a Naga? Are you a so-called Negro? Who's been lost in the sauce? Who is of the lost tribes? Of the 10 lost DNA strands? Do you know earth is your mother? Do you know earth is you? Everything that entails of the earth is in you. Do you know God is in you? Do you know the Father is in you? We got to bring them back. We got to bring them all back. So check the Ruach. We got to bring them all back. Check the Ruach, man. Hashem. Ba Hashem. Bring them all together. The so-called Puerto Rican, the so-called Indian, the so-called Negro, the so-called Mexican. Bring them all together. And Negro, did you know you are the so-called Mexican? You are the so-called Puerto Rican? Do you know these are your children? You were in the lands until the 1900s. You were in the Americas until the 1900s. All these races descended from you. From you. This nigga don't know what he talking about. Mongolian. You don't know what he talking about. Mongolian means Preston. Mongolian means Sachem. Mongolian means king. You don't know what he talking about. We were here until the 1900s. We were shipped to Oklahoma in 1860s. Do you understand that? Around the same time the proclamation. Do you understand that? What you think we were doing in these lands? Don't get it twisted. Not all our Negroes were enslaved. They became part of the armies. They became part of the regimes. They became part of the working class. They became part of the slave owners. Our people. They became part of the industry, part of the economics. They became part of everything. Because they bowed down to you English. But that was what we were supposed to do, right? That's what we were supposed to do, right? So now it's time for recompense. All our indigenous Ruach is arising. And this is fair use. Maybe they won't allow me to use it. But if you get it, you got it. And if you ready, you ain't never gotta get ready. For this one, you don't need your surfboards. You are the water. You are the air. You are the fire. You are the earth. That is your mama. Fuck what the naysayers say. She is your mother. Go back to your mother. You cannot go back to the father unless you go back to the mother. Shimbala, Mashabata, Ahchwa. I pray you get the picture. We all must come together. One voice. One voice. That voice is from the priest line. That voice is from the priest kingdom. The priest line. The scepter never dies. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, Yeshua, Moshe, Kesakoto, Tukamesh, Hilimak, Mayatunama, Tinskawatawa, Christ, Kami, Drakon, Prester John, Rus, Yeshavat Gion, Yaakov. Y'all remember the angels are dracons. And are you not angels? Are you not dracons? Do angels have wings? Do ye have wings? Or can you get your wings back? Can you get your wings back? Peace up to Turtle Nation, man. She presented Mishun Netta from the Shinnok tribe to the people. It's a beautiful thing. Peace everything Drop Nation is doing. Peace and powwow for everything that Drop Nation is doing. And y'all remember, don't forget. Don't forget. Don't forget. We're going to get back into the Aboriginal races of North America. And y'all dodge all those naysayers and hijackers. Anybody spend time talking about, well, something ain't right and ain't giving you what is right, they're trying to kill your vibration. Anybody that's trying to get you to defile God's prophets, Hawa's prophets, we're going to bring you all together to this Hebrew Ruach, with the gods, with the angels, with the grace. We're going to bring you all the way back to this Hebrew Ruach. This one right here, this Dragon Canoe, hit you over the head for a short time. Remember, law is vibration. Vibration is my attunement. Vibration is to Kamesh. Mississippi. All these cons, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Connecticut, and the list goes on and on and on. Con up, man. Stay 9 above. Keep chasing them dogs, them hounds, dog face. Keep chasing them hounds, man. They trying to snatch your crown. Infiltrate. Breathe fire on them bitches. Breathe fire on them.